folks on profits, word the agent say sense. Searching for better, I do whatever, hustle hard to make sense. Mind folks on profits, word the agent say sense. Searching for better, I do whatever, hustle hard to make sense.
Word the agent say, word the agent say.
Mind folks on profits,
word the agent say.
What's good, good people? Got a message to share from a lesson I learned last night. Man, you can throw anything away in a second. Everything you've been building up, all the good things that you've been trying to do. Be people right there, right real close to you, seeing what you're doing. Hating on your motherfucking ass. You don't even know it. They got hate in their heart. Because they don't even want to attempt to try to do the things that you're doing. They good with how their life is. You're a permanent reminder that they're gonna stay where they at. They're gonna stay doing the things that they doing. Gonna keep them down and out with excuses that their life ain't turned out the way they need to be turning out. When I tell you to focus on yourself, keep your head down and work, do what you're supposed to do so you can be what you're supposed to be. You acknowledge what people do around you, you pay attention to it. If they're not willing to change by the examples that you put in place, stay away from them. That's what I got to say to people right now. Stay away from it. It don't matter who it is. Family, friends, associates. Put yourself in position to do what you got to do. Because everybody don't feel the same way you do. Everybody got different views than what you got. Everybody got different beliefs than what you got. You don't have time to be trying to change people's minds. All you're going to do is get in an argument where it can escalate to a point where you'll throw everything away in a moment's notice for somebody that ain't even worth it. Anything that bad that happened to you and stuff like that, stop blaming it on others. Look at what you contributed to it. So a lot of situations, I know I be wrong on some things. And I know even when I'm right, I may be wrong on some stuff. Because people can't handle the truth. When you sit there and call them out on their BS, I'm trying to get good with the cussing and all that stuff like that, because I do like that idea. Shout out to Aaron O and the Swear Jar, acknowledging all the times when you cuss and things like that, so you can try to start speaking directly your points out without to use words like that. Even if you a little hot and bothered about a situation or passionate about a situation. So shout out to you, man, on that Swear Jar. But when situations evolve, come around you, where you in a good light and stuff like that, everybody don't like to see you shining, man. Everybody don't even like to see you trying, man. That crab in the barrel attitude is real. I seen it for myself yesterday. See my daughter trying to learn a skill, trying to learn how to turn something into a boat, and the family member didn't want her to learn how to turn it into no boat. He out there looking at the her having a whole bunch of paper where he ain't got nothing to do with the paper. He ain't bought the paper. He ain't did nothing about the paper. He just concerned about his own house. Looking at, if I tell you something, it don't matter what I say, how I say it in the context I say it is wrong. You wrong if you out there go against what I do. And I'm gonna tell you that BS. Because you need to respect the people in your household and respect that let them do what they need to be doing. If they're trying to create, my little daughter 6 years old. And shoot, I don't been on these panels and I done seen how when we talk about different little situations, uh, especially education, that we don't have enough time to be affecting the minds of our family and stuff like that because we are working and stuff like that while other people are programming our lives. We're going to work for a certain amount of hours while somebody else is programming our children. So when we get the opportunity and to spend time with our family members, spend time with our loved ones, and then they want to participate with you and learn something outside of the realm of school and be creative and do things with you where y'all can bond and stuff like that. That's what it need to be. That's exactly what it need to be. All this other stuff of you picking and choosing, um, I just gonna I want this person to be good and stuff like that. I realize I probably would throw everything away for somebody disrespecting my daughter. Putting their hand on my daughter when I don't feel like it's necessary. I can count on my hands. On my hand. Maybe I probably patted my daughter on the butt one time. And I didn't do it with no force or nothing like that. It was only just to let her know that I wasn't pleased. It didn't even hurt her. It was like that's not right, baby. But most of the time I talk with her to the point where we have intelligent conversation. We communicate that they're not pleased with the actions that you're doing. And the mom do the same thing. Well, we don't have to discipline our daughter in no physical way or talk down to her. Words are enough. My baby know how to listen and understand. She's very respectful. She do what she need to be doing in school and outside of school at a young age. But you look at some people. Some people ain't gonna never be happy. They're gonna drink their way to death. They're gonna cover up themselves with other things that's not important, and then try to blame the outside world for the decisions that they make. If I get cancer today from all the cigarettes that I smoke, well, I'm gonna probably light up another one today. I can't blame outsiders for that because that was my decision. But when a person getting an opportunity to be themselves in a place that they're supposed to be comfortable at, you should not be stopping them from trying to be themselves. As long as they're not disrespectful to you, why are you bothering? Why is people out there making it hard for people to be creative, speak their minds, be themselves, and have to cover up and put on a mask when they're in your presence? I'm gonna be myself everywhere I go. And if I won't do it to my daughter, talk to my daughter any kind of way, well, why the hell you think I'm gonna allow somebody else to do that? Now I realize I need space from family members, friends, associates, all that. It's time for me to do what I had learned about. Take me 6 months to myself, keep my head down and grind. Go to work, do what I'm supposed to do. Don't say nothing to nobody. Don't cause no problem, cause no confusion. Don't do anything. Lie to anybody. If they want to talk about me, that's fine. Talk about me. You want to talk good about me, that's fine. Talk good about me. You want to talk bad about me, that's fine. Talk bad about me. Keep my head down. Don't share nothing with nobody. They just see your actions. Show with your actions. Because if one little moment can change you in a negative way, what I have seen for myself last night, one moment could change me in a negative way, could change my whole thing, what I'm trying to do on YouTube, what I'm trying to do with my music, what I'm trying to do with bringing my family and my friends up to a level where I think we could be at. Then obviously, if I to do one little thing for myself to build myself up, it's gonna put me in a positive light. It's gonna put me where I need to be at, moving towards a direction. Hey man, shout out to Nice. I seen that boy manifest something on this show. I was on it, but my phone had it was lagging. It was also lagging on the P too, so I need to start using my laptop a little bit more. I'm on the phone right now, dude, because I ain't learned my lesson. You know what I'm saying? Right in the rainy area and stuff like that. But it's all good. Shout out to Niners. I watched this man sit there and say he worked on his goal. He realized it wasn't where he wanted to be at. He took a break back, learned some skills, came back into it, built up his network, been showing his face and stuff, using himself as promotion and stuff like that, doing what he's supposed to do in the background, learning the thumbnails, learning how to work the computer, learn how to work the cameras, getting the equipment that he needed, came back out. Not only did he come back out, he was dedicated to his goal. And one of the key things that he said was, shoot, I'm just waiting for my moment. Don't you know the next day his moment came? Don't you know the next night his moment came? Well, a lot of the big platforms came to his space and supported him for the hard work he had been doing. Man have been putting in 2 episodes or more a day and getting on people's panels. And he said he did it while he was hurting, while his body was hurting. I understand that. I understand that. Going to work, tired, body already hurting from the whole day. Coming home, doing what I need to do, trying to jump on, show myself and stuff like that. I realized it's still more work to do internally in myself. On a mental aspect, as positive I try to be, I can see the devil inside me. I can see everybody got a reflection of God and the devil inside them. I look at God and the devil as a reflection of ourselves. You want to see the devil, look in the mirror. You want to see God, look in the mirror. Because God controls the good and bad in your life. And you control the good and bad in your life. If you are God's sons and God's daughters, that means you got the ability to control and destroy. So however you believe and stuff like that, that's just up to you. But at the end of the matter, you still make decisions that control your life, good or bad. The social construct of what good and what bad is. Because people gonna disagree with what I'm saying right now. Because they look at religion and faith a different way. And I ain't got time to argue with you about that. Just take it as whatever you believe in, however you can accept the message that I'm giving it to you, accept it in that way. Just know that you can throw your whole everything away by being what you don't need to be. And instead of working on yourself, you're distracted by what other people think about you and want you to do, instead of you thinking about what you want to be and putting the work into what you want to do. I want to continue to be a blessing to people. But I have to lead by example. You gotta be a blessing to yourself and continue to pour in knowledge and read and understand it and be able to share the things that you learn. Be able to work hard and provide messages that's gonna uplift people and make them think and put them in a position where, okay, Israel shared this with me. How can I apply some of the things he said to my life where it's gonna benefit me and leave the negative stuff or the things that I didn't agree with to the side? How can you discern what's the good and the bad? What really what's the things that I can do to make myself better? Because at the end of the day, you only got 24 hours in the day. What's the things I can do to make myself better? And if I'm not for what he doing, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find somebody for what they doing that I like and that what I want to aspire to get a couple of them nuggets. Get a couple of them nuggets over here and put some ranch dressing and honey mustard on them and eat them to get full. But sure, I just had to share that with y'all. I don't even want to share the details of it, but it's just one of them things where in a moment's notice, why everything you feel like, even though things not perfect in your life, you can make it worse. Just like that. You can put yourself in a situation where you thought yesterday was bad, but now you got other things that you got to deal with on top of yesterday's problems. Instead of trying to build and start to make sure all your problems and things like that, you start putting them on the table and figure out how can you handle different things, whether it's mental or you got to physically go and do something, or you got to learn to do something and put yourself where you need to be at. You can throw it all away. Where it's gonna take you some time where you got to sit down, start over. You can wipe yourself off of this earth. That's where y'all get the demons and the devil and all that stuff. You be your own devil on your own hurt, on your own hell, right here on earth, where you can be your own God and be a benevolent God to yourself and get what you're supposed to be getting and do what you're supposed to be doing and control with your hands and create beautiful things to bring peace in your life and other people's life. So I'm gonna sit that with y'all, man, and y'all take from it what y'all can, and you throw away what you don't accept, and you make it sound good, and you remix it. You put it out the way that you need to put it out in this earth. But until I get another message, I get something else on my heart or whatever, while I'm sitting here working and trying to learn some things and build myself up, I'm sit there. I'm gonna focus on what I got going on. I can't let people take me out of my position. I ain't even got there yet. But shout out to Nida, shout out to Aaron O, shout out to Fatty, Jay Prince, Thanos, Chinky Banner, Sway. There's a lot of positive people in this space. Big Bad Boy, all the people all up in the chats and stuff that rock with me and rock with others that they like and stuff like that. All the people that don't rock with me, that rock with themselves and like the ideas that they sing. Shout out to all y'all for being y'all individual selves so I can learn what I need to be learned. Stand on what y'all believe on. Make sure what you're doing for yourself and for your family. Even the ones that don't F with you. Still put yourself in a place where all you're gonna see later on down the line is success, and you can kind of predict when the success is coming because of the actions that you done took. But people tell you not to focus on the negativity. No, I need you to pluck out the negativity, the negative things in your life, put it on a piece of paper, and figure out, can you solve it, or do you got to discard it and walk away from it? And I'm gonna leave it like that. Hey, y'all have a good day. I'll be back with another one as soon as I get my thoughts and together. And I'm gonna start hitting these in between the different playing out things that I got going on, because sometimes people say we use YouTube as a therapy session. So not only I'm gonna be honest with how I'm feeling at that time mentally, and be always talking about the goals and things I got set in place, and we need to start to plan out stuff in our lives so we can be a little bit more deliberate with our actions. I think I think it's good if you can monitor what you say and have the ability to control what you say. Where what you say at that time, the bad or good things that happen to you, you have ability to share in a way that somebody can learn it, but they don't make the same mistakes that you did. By all means, come on here and have that therapy session. If you can teach somebody through the mistakes you made, don't let nobody sit there and tell you that that's messed up and all that stuff. Go to therapy and all that stuff like that. You go to therapy if you need it. You take the medicine if you need it. You can have your own therapy session because you know what's wrong with you. What therapy actually does, and not trying to discredit therapy, because I actually been to therapy before. When I had got out of jail one time, I had to go to therapy every week. I was in some kind of program where they drug test you. You had to do therapy and all this stuff like that. You had to go to court every week, every month, and you had to pay and stuff like that. You had to graduate out the program, drug and counseling therapy. So you don't keep putting yourself in the same situation. Like, matter of fact, I was one of the first people in that program. But anyway, they ask you different questions, and you have to give personal answers, and you pretty much digging up the root and cause of the problems that you are experiencing. So you know the answers to the questions before they answer, and it's gonna be up to you if the therapy actually works. Now everybody everybody not gonna see it that way, but that's facts. It's psychology. And psychology is what really controls the world. If you can understand people and understand yourself, you really can't be stopped if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and treating people like they're supposed to be treated. So with that, man, just reflecting what I was talking about was you can throw your life away in a second. You also can build your life up in a second by taking the correct actions. Um, Start looking into learning things that's gonna build you up and build your family up. Put the work in. You might need to take a break from the societies or the pressures that they put on you. And shoot, some people you're gonna have to cut off. Some people you're gonna want to be right there in your circle. Some people gonna cut their own self off from you, and some people gonna be the reason why you step yourself up, and you're gonna see some people is not gonna like everything that you're doing. But pay attention, keep your head on the swivel. Shout out to Granville and Cheeky for that documentary, man. I never been to New Orleans, but I thought that was a real personal and special gift that Cheeky used his talent and brought me in the see. It felt like I was right there, especially in the situation where he was in that little black area, and he was just talking about his family and his friends and showing a little bit of the cooking and all that stuff. We need more of that kind of stuff on the spaces. We need more people being honest about different things of people actually loving and being careful and caring for one another. So at this point right here, I'm gonna fade off into the darkness, and I'm gonna play Chris Lee, Nicks and Dimes, featuring Coco Dilly. Peace out to y'all.
Nickels and dime. Yeah. Hey, bro, I really be flying. I mean, really, the man, I be trying to hold on to the time. I grumble wine. Couple nickels and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Spread it up, I hit that bitch from the side. Yeah, snuck right back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly, to white nigga, this is my life. And my shit, they come with the pride, the beginning when I'm in that white. I did this shit, cause that's just what I like. I fuck that bitch, cause that's just what I like. What I like, shit, fine, die, sat in front of me, yeah. Better know I'm a nut in the face. Matter of fact, to the bit by the lake. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay. Keep it up and I'm docking your pay. One more word, I'm knocking your face. All y'all just a rocket away. Lights off, ain't nobody check on me. What the fade you pop in my homie? What the fade that you pop in the homie? Some money make the time fly when you arm. With the pot, I'm get big in the arms. I'm like Paco, won't big on the song. Tryna get like a B in the song. I mean, I take a million. Bitch said she with me, they bitch wanna kill me. My mama love me, but wanna outlive me. Told my daddy I probably outlive her. Sit with my granddad, she talkin' political. I was young, thought it was ridiculous. All I got on to realize I was critical. Got a young nigga really look pitiful, but I be acting like it ain't no big at all. Smoking that weed, it hit me like Piccolo. Hit the pussy, yeah, I was a little gigolo. Fuck at the party, the bitch had a gigolo. Is you with me, then you better get them up. Now I'm winning, now you wanna give a vote. I'm so through with these niggas, I growed up. I'm so through with that bitch, I'm gon' throw it up. Double up on my cup, I done pulled up. Nigga, hold up, yeah, nigga, go ahead and roll up. Hurt 10, I done booted up. Popped another perk, I'm really booted up. For my bitch, she like, nigga, you booted up. Booted up, I like my pussy tooted up. Hit the block on my, I do not give a fuck. Been the corner, be cold, don't give a fuck. Holla switch my nigga, be hit me up. Send me when we get money, booted up. Couple handles, I think I'ma chew 'em up. Couple lanes, you know we gon' shoot 'em up. Run them bands, you know we get to it, bro. Sun up the sun, now we turn up the tour, bro. It's just me and my girl, the two of her. Loaded up and then hit, I'm so proud of her. That my motherfucking bitch, I can't lie to her. That my motherfucking bitch, I can't lie to her. Got a motherfucking chick coming by for her. Flex on the phone, nigga, none I'm gon' buy for her. I come through with the mask and glove. Hit the whole block, nigga, no one ride for her. I be feeling the man, I been trying to hold on to the time. I grew up with wine. Couple niggas and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Scrapped it up, I hit that bitch from the side. Yeah, snuck around back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly, to white nigga, bitch in my line. I be really the man, I be trying to hold on to the time. I grew up with wine. Couple niggas and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Scrapped it up, I hit that bitch from the side. Yeah, snuck around back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly, to white nigga, bitch in my line.
These bitches be lying, these niggas be trying me. Hey, I'm about to put it down with about 100 rounds. When the chopper get it chopping like Chung Lee. I be kicking with my wolves like Bruce Lee. Burn a motherfucking hole in the loose leaf. Catch a motherfucking running down the sideline like I'm prime time. I'm a motherfucking OG. Everybody in the city finna know me. In the jungle with a tiger on a gold leash. Little nigga, if you fucking with the police and you trying me, I'ma let loose the beast. Last cut, we about to turn up. Got the motherfucking pump in the truck. We been chillin' with a bunch of motherfuckers from the south and they just don't give a fuck. Mask up, nigga, roll that weed up. Bad bitch with the junk in the trunk. If a pussy nigga try to run up, I'ma bust a nigga straight from the jump. Get crunk, nigga, like that weed up. Turn up, nigga, throw your set up. I be riding with the bump in the trunk. Backseat with the thing that go thump. Little mama be shaking her rump. I'm gripping, grabbing her butt. This dick be up in her gut. No strap, I don't give a fuck. I get so high, I be flying. This flow is sick like I'm dying. I'll hunt you down like a lion. Bitch, nigga, why are you crying?
I really be flying. I be feeling the man, I be trying to hold on to the grind. I grew up with wine. Couple niggas and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Scrapped it up, I hit that bitch from the side. Yeah, snuck around back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly, to white nigga, bitch in my line. I be feeling the man, I be trying to hold on to the time. I grew up with wine. Couple niggas and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Scrapped it up, I hit that bitch from the side. Yeah, snuck around back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly, to white nigga, this is my life.
Y'all say you flying in your mind. He say, bro, just relax. You could go up, down.